Hello, hello YouTube, I am back. I still don't feel great, but I'm back. Anyway, I've just noticed we're square. 2 secs. Hopefully this is a bit better. So today we have a small unboxing. But anyway, I should really tell you who I am. It's been more than a week since I filmed because I've had the worst virus ever. Fortunately enough, it waited till after we'd done our marriage blessing. Hallelujah. So this is something that I ordered when I realised that this could actually be done in the UK and I think also in the EU. I believe this was available to do in America for quite a while beforehand. But anyway, today we have an Hermes unboxing and it's a special order item. Obviously, I'm just being really upfront. It's obviously not a special order bag because it would be no bag that would fit in that size box. But anyway, if you're new here, my name's Nikki. Welcome to my channel, Nikki Loves Lugs. Lugs to me is everything from being able to hold food down, which believe me has been difficult for the last couple of days, right through to a 3.5 hour journey not taking 9 hours when I was travelling back from my work travels this week whilst very unwell. But anyway, yeah, I'll tell you that one maybe at some point. But yeah, so today we have this little item which arrived while I was unwell, and I've been not unwell. I wouldn't even have been able to open it even if I wanted to. And that shows how bad it was. But anyway, let's get cracking. I've obviously ripped a part of it, basically so that I'm not here for 3 days. So this comes in the standard piece, and obviously you can see the box. So those of you who are in the know with this type of box, you already know what this is. So I was just simply browsing the site, as I do quite often, just to look and see what nice items might be there. And I actually found this. I thought, oh, what's this? You can customize things. So anyway, I done it. I went for it and I customized my own item that's in here. This is an item that I have already, but not in these colours. You see that colours, that's what you want. And yeah, it's an item that I use every single day. But anyway, let's take that off and then let me open this and show you what it is, and I'll talk to you about the process. So, and I'll tell you timescales, etc. So, oh, look at that beautiful colour. Wow, that's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Oh, that leather is amazing as well. And look, are you ready for this? That blue. Oh, I absolutely love this. Now, I'll put in the comments what the colours are, unless it tells me on my box, which I don't think it can. I will see if I can find the receipt in here. Which of course there isn't a receipt in there either. But anyway, on the Hermes website you can now go on. You can go into customization. Now I just went in to actually look at SLGs, and when I went into SLGs there was the option to actually customize your own SLG. So obviously this one that I have customized, for anyone in the know, is a Calvi card holder. Different type of leather than I've had before. Actually really like it because it feels a bit thicker and a bit more substantial. I love them because they fit into absolutely any item with complete ease. I really like this colour because it reminds me of like kind of clay, burnt amber, and then the blues are really popping for me over there. Now when you go into the item, it gives you the option, and you can actually play around with it on screen, so you can actually choose your outer and your inner colour. And I think depending on the colour you choose, it's automatically chosen the leather for you, so you don't get to play around with that part. But for me, I just wanted 2 things that would absolutely pop and were nothing like my current ones. Now currently this is my 3rd of these. I have one in, let me get the colours right. So what's the green? I have a green and I have a pink. And for whatever reason, I cannot remember the names of the colours, but I'll pop them all in below in the comments, and I'll try and see if I can add a little photo or something in to this as well, because the key thing for me is I wanted different ones. Now Vercomics, I think, is one of the greens that I have, is the green that I have, and because it's quite a bright green and I love it, it's been used quite a lot. I then have it's more of a pinky purpley colour, so I don't know the exact one off the top of my head, but for me, I just couldn't resist getting the opportunity to make my own and to say I've actually got a piece of special order with my little horseshoe stamp, because this is going to be probably the only time I'll ever get to have a horseshoe stamp, believe me, because I think it's difficult enough getting a bag, never mind getting a special order bag. So for me, that's a winner anyway. I love it. It's a great item. The one thing I would say is delivery. So it tells you when you're making your order, it takes up to 8 weeks delivery. That was absolutely spot on for me. Now, I should also add to that, I did it right at the start of these being available in the UK and EU. So maybe if you leave it a little bit more time, you might get them in, but you're probably past the point of getting one for Christmas. But you know, a Calvi itself could be a good Christmas present for someone. I've actually finally washed my hair after like 4 days as well, after being ill, so it's actually looking better than I thought it would, so that's something. But yeah, sorry, I totally digress because I caught sight of my hair in the camera lens. But yeah, for me, it just felt like such a simple thing to get that is something I use every single day. If I didn't use this every day, I wouldn't have bought it. That's the honest truth. But I do use that. I've not used a traditional purse for quite some time now. It's always been card holders or these, but I also use these for receipts. When I go travelling with work, I obviously collect some receipts for things that I maybe have to pay for up front, and then I clean back through like an expenses type policy. So that's another thing that I do with this. But for me, that was just an absolute winner. So if you're interested, definitely go on the website, have a look and have a play around. It probably took me about 6 attempts to find the actual colours that I was absolutely dead set on. And I like the fact that I got to play around. My only wish would have been that there had been more colours available, but I understand that with Hermes, basically it's the colours of the season that are available for this, so they obviously have it in limited ranges because that's probably easier for them to do. But I did think it was great that I could actually do this just now. For me, that was an absolute winner. So yeah, my absolutely beautiful, I'll show you again in case you've not got enough of it, a Calvi card holder. I absolutely love that. It's got such a kind of orangey brown clay colour, and what I love is I love it when I can see green in leather. I'm an absolute geek for it. But anyway, you've seen the item now. If you want to hear the story about my travels, I'll tell you now. But if you're done, that's fine. You can go enjoy your day or whatever. But yes, I went to Liverpool with work this week for my work Christmas party. While I was at work on the day of the work party, I say lunch. While I was at work that day, I took unwell, so I didn't actually make the lunch. So I went back to my hotel and was ill for the rest of that night. So yeah, didn't sleep so well, couldn't really get to sleep. Well, couldn't get to sleep because I kept having to be sick, etc. Then the next day I had to drag myself into work because we were travelling home that day. And on that day there was 2 major train disruptions. The first one being Glasgow, our main station where I was travelling to, was knackered because there was problems with the overhead wires. So no trains could get in or out of Glasgow Central. Then we got thrown off our train at Preston because, why did we get thrown off at Preston? Just because of the problem in Glasgow, I think? No, there wasn't. It was a power failure in the Lake District somewhere, which then impacted my train at Preston, so it meant like the signals weren't working, etc, etc. So I think we got to Preston, our train left Liverpool on time at 12:12. We got to Preston by 2 o'clock at the latest. I was still at Preston at 4:30. There was no replacement buses, even though they told us what there was. but we made the decision to just get a megabus and get the bus back to Glasgow, which when you're not feeling well, a bumpy bus for 4 hours is definitely not what I would recommend. But anyway, I was fine before I got on the bus, and obviously whilst on the bus I was very, very ill. So to be honest, when I got to Glasgow, it took us 9 hours to get there in total. That's from leaving Liverpool through to getting home to where I live. In fact, it was more than 9 hours. It must have been 10 because we left at 12. 12, yeah, over 10 hours then. Yeah, let's just say I was a mess. I've been in my bed all day Friday. I was up for a bit yesterday and I finally managed to eat something yesterday, but I was very, very ill on that bus to the extent no one could use the bathroom because of me. Yeah, thankfully that was quite near the end of the journey, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend travelling in the UK by bus, train, or anything in winter because everything seems to go horribly wrong, especially for me. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this little beauty because she's an absolute stunner, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care now. Bye.